My name is Ophelia. I found my husband Marcus dead in our garage. At least, that's what I was supposed to believe. The anonymous note arrived the morning of the funeral. Block letters on plain paper, slipped under my door. Don't go to the funeral. Trust me. Check the life insurance policy date. A friend. I stood in my black dress, holding that note with shaking hands. Sarah, look at this, I said, showing my best friend who'd come to drive me to the service. Sarah's eyes widened. That's creepy. Who would send this? I don't know, but why would they mention the insurance policy? I pulled out the paperwork from Marcus's desk. He'd increased his life insurance to $2 million just 3 months ago. That's a huge policy, Sarah whispered. And so recent. My phone buzzed. Marcus's brother, Tom. Hey, Ophelia, you coming? Service starts in an hour, Tom said. Actually, I need to postpone it, I said, my mind racing. I can't do this today. It's too soon. What? But everyone's already... Tom, I just lost my husband. I need more time. Tell everyone we'll reschedule for 3 days from now. Silence. Then, okay, if that's what you need. I hung up and looked at Sarah. Something's not right. What are you thinking? Marcus died of carbon monoxide poisoning in our garage, right? But he was always so careful. He checked the detector monthly. Sarah sat down heavily. You think the note is real? That someone's warning you? I think I need answers before I put my husband in the ground. That afternoon, I called a private investigator named Detective Chen. Mrs. Patterson, I know this is difficult, Chen said when he arrived. Tell me everything. I showed him the note and the insurance policy. Marcus's death was ruled accidental, but this feels wrong. Have you noticed anything unusual in the past few months? Chen asked. I thought back. He was distant. Taking late-night calls he said were work, and we'd been fighting about money. Money troubles? Marcus wanted to sell the house. He said we needed to downsize, but we're doing fine financially. I'm a pediatric nurse. We have savings. Chen made notes. What about the day he died? I was on a double shift at the hospital. When I came home, he was in the car in the garage. The engine was running. Who found him? His coworker Phil called 911. He'd stopped by to drop off some files. Sarah leaned forward. Isn't it convenient that someone was there to find him right away? Chen nodded slowly. Mrs. Patterson, do you know if your husband had any reason to disappear? My stomach dropped. You think he faked his death? The timing of the insurance increase is suspicious, and carbon monoxide poisoning is relatively easy to stage. Has the insurance company paid out yet? No, they're still processing the claim. Good. That gives us time. Chen stood. I'll start digging immediately. We have 3 days before the rescheduled funeral. In the meantime, act normal. Grieve publicly. Don't let anyone know you suspect anything. Chen worked around the clock. The next morning he called with news. I've got something, he said. Marcus's coworker Phil? He gave notice at work yesterday and just signed a lease for an apartment in Mexico City. That's not suspicious at all, Sarah said sarcastically. She'd barely left my side. There's more, Chen continued. I traced Marcus's phone records. He'd been calling a woman named Vanessa Clark multiple times daily for 6 months. My hands clenched. He was having an affair? Looks like it. And get this, Vanessa bought a one-way ticket to Costa Rica. She leaves tomorrow afternoon. Costa Rica has no extradition treaty with the U.S., Sarah said. I watch crime shows. I felt sick. He's going to meet her there with the insurance money. That's my theory, Chen agreed. But here's the problem. The insurance hasn't paid out yet, so either he's planning to access it later or he has money stashed somewhere else. I'm putting a tail on Vanessa now. What about the body? I asked. There was a body. I identified it. You viewed it from a distance, correct? The face was badly damaged from the incident? Yes, I couldn't get close. His brother Tom did the formal identification. He said it was definitely Marcus. Sarah grabbed my hand. Tom's in on it? We can't be sure yet, Chen said. But someone helped stage this. You can't fake your own death alone. I'll have answers by tonight. That evening, Chen called again, excitement in his voice. Ophelia, I followed Vanessa to a storage unit in Riverside. Marcus was there. Alive. The room spun. You're sure it was him? Positive. I have photos and video. He's grown a beard and changed his hair, but it's definitely your husband. They were loading suitcases. Tears burned my eyes, but they weren't from grief anymore. That bastard, Sarah hissed. He let you think he was dead. What do I do? I asked Chen. We go to the insurance company first thing tomorrow morning. They'll want to handle this carefully. Then we set a trap. The next morning, I met with Karen Rodriguez from the insurance company's fraud division. Mrs. Patterson, these photos are damning, Karen said, examining Chen's evidence. We've suspected something was off, but we needed proof. What happens now? I asked. We coordinate with local authorities, but here's my idea. The funeral is tomorrow, correct? Yes, at 2 p.m. Why? Because Marcus and his accomplices think they've won. I say we let them believe that, right until the moment we catch them all together. Chen nodded. You want to set a trap at the funeral. Exactly. Marcus won't be there, but Tom and Phil will be. We arrest them at the service. Meanwhile, we'll have officers waiting at Vanessa's place for when Marcus shows up before her flight. He's planning to leave with her tomorrow? I asked. Her flight's at 6 p.m., Chen confirmed. He'll meet her there. We'll have Border Patrol ready. Karen leaned forward. Ophelia, how would you feel about attending your husband's funeral after all, and helping us catch these criminals? I smiled coldly. I'd love to. We spent the rest of the day preparing. The cemetery has security cameras, Karen explained. We'll have plainclothes officers positioned throughout. Chen will be there with all the evidence. What about Tom and Phil? I asked. If they're helping Marcus? We'll arrest them for conspiracy to commit insurance fraud, Karen assured me. It's a serious crime. Sarah helped me get ready the next morning. You okay? She asked, zipping up my black dress. I'm furious, I said honestly. He was going to let me believe he was dead, collect $2 million and run off with his mistress. And leave you with nothing, Sarah added. What a piece of garbage. Detective Chen called as we drove to the cemetery. Update. Marcus just left the storage unit with Vanessa. They're heading to her apartment to get her bags before the airport. Officers are in position. Good, I said. What about Tom and Phil? Both confirmed they're attending. Tom called you twice this morning to make sure you were coming. Karen's voice came through the speaker. Ophelia, when you arrive, act devastated. We need them to think everything's going according to plan. Officers will move in during the service. The cemetery was crowded. Marcus had been popular at his company. Tom rushed over when he saw me. Ophelia, I'm so glad you're feeling better. I know postponing was the right call. I let tears fall. I couldn't miss saying goodbye. Phil hovered nearby, looking pale and sweaty. Hey, Ophelia, he said awkwardly. Marcus was a great guy. I'm so sorry for your loss. You found him, I said, watching his reaction. That must have been horrible for you. Yeah, it was really traumatic. Sarah squeezed my hand in support. The service began. The pastor spoke about Marcus's kindness and generosity. I wanted to scream. Halfway through, my phone buzzed. Karen, texting. We have them. Marcus and Vanessa arrested at her apartment. I stood up, interrupting the pastor. Excuse me, I need to say something. Tom looked panicked. Ophelia, maybe you should sit. No, everyone needs to hear this. I pulled out my phone, displaying Chen's photos. I got an anonymous note 3 days ago telling me not to come to this funeral. At first, I didn't understand why, but now I do. Phil started backing toward the exit. 2 officers blocked his path. Marcus isn't dead. He faked his death to collect $2 million in insurance money and run away with his mistress. He was arrested 1 hour ago. Gasps erupted through the crowd. Tom's face went white. That's insane. You're not thinking clearly. And you two helped him, I continued, pointing at Tom and Phil. The insurance company has all the evidence. Karen Rodriguez stepped forward with her badge held high. Insurance fraud investigator, Thomas Patterson and Philip Hendricks, you're under arrest for conspiracy to commit insurance fraud. Tom backed away frantically. Wait, I didn't know it would go this far. You identified a fake body, Karen said coldly. That's a crime. Phil dropped to his knees. Marcus said nobody would get hurt. He said it was just paperwork. Just paperwork? Sarah yelled. You helped him fake his death. Marcus's mother pushed through the crowd. Someone explain what's happening right now. Your son is alive, Mrs. Patterson, I said firmly. He's in police custody. He tried to defraud the insurance company for $2 million. That's impossible. Karen pulled out a folder. The body was a John Doe from County Morgue. Marcus bribed an employee. He's also under arrest. Detective Chen showed his tablet. I have video of Marcus loading luggage 2 hours ago. He's very much alive. Tom sobbed as officers cuffed him. Marcus promised me $50,000. He said Ophelia would never know. My phone rang. Karen nodded for me to answer on speaker. Mrs. Patterson, this is Detective Morrison. Your husband wants to speak with you. Put him on, I said loudly. Marcus's voice came through, desperate and shaking. Ophelia, baby, please. This is all a huge misunderstanding. Don't call me baby. Vanessa was blackmailing me. I had no choice. Liar! Vanessa screamed in the background. You planned this. You said we'd be in paradise by tonight. Vanessa, shut up, Marcus hissed. No, you shut up. I'm not going to prison alone. Detective Morrison interrupted. That's enough. Mrs. Patterson, they're both trying to blame each other. Marcus started crying. Ophelia, please. I made a mistake. I love you. We can work this out. You let me plan your funeral, I said coldly. You filed a false death certificate. You were going to steal $2 million. I'll come back. I'll fix everything. The only thing you're fixing is the rest of your life in prison. I hung up. Karen handed me paperwork. The insurance claim is denied. You'll need to file for divorce, but your assets are protected. What kind of prison time? I asked. Insurance fraud, false death certificate, conspiracy and bribery? Marcus is looking at 15 to 20 years. Tom and Phil will get 5 to 10. Marcus's mother approached with tears streaming. Ophelia, I swear I had no idea. I'm so sorry. I believe you, Mrs. Patterson. She hugged me tightly. He deserved so much better than my son. Chen laughed. This is already going viral. Marcus can never show his face anywhere. Karen smiled. You did something incredibly brave, Mrs. Patterson. Most people would have been too scared to investigate. I got lucky with that anonymous note. Janet and other co-workers approached. Ophelia, if you need witnesses for the divorce, we've got your back. Thank you. That means everything. Sarah drove me home afterward. How are you feeling? Relieved. Free. What's next? Divorce papers. Reclaiming my life. Maybe a vacation somewhere tropical. Definitely not Costa Rica. We both laughed. My phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. Glad you listened. You deserve the truth. A friend. I smiled. Whoever sent that note had saved me from years of grief and deception. Justice wasn't about revenge. It was about truth. Marcus thought he was clever enough to fake his death and start over with stolen money. Instead, he destroyed his entire life while I got mine back. Have you ever discovered someone you loved was living a complete lie? Sometimes the truth hurts, but it's better than living in deception. Like and subscribe for more stories about people who refused to be victims and fought back the right way.